Good afternoon. It's Monday now, Monday afternoon. Not much sports-wise has happened between the UFC fight night and today. I mean, there was a Pro Bowl, which is just a joke. You know, I mean, that's just silly every year. I mean, heck, the Grammys were probably a better watch than that yesterday. But there seems to be more fallout, however, regarding the fight, and in light of, first of all, the fact that Josh Thompson should have won. Seeing highlights, and you know, I just couldn't say either way. However, I'll just say this: as I've said before, the comparison to GSP to Benson Henderson is I think a good one, and is also a slight on GSP to a degree, and definitely to Benson. You know, you can't. It's very easy to say you just can't leave it in the judges' hands. That's very true. You know, but irregardless, you know, even if Benson scraped out with the decision or not, no one wants to see him versus Pettis for the third time. So, does it really hurt his standing, in my opinion? I mean, this is kind of an opinion that I admit I've developed since my last post, but in my mind it doesn't. You know, however, Pettis, Thompson, is something I'd love to see. Still is what I'm trying to say, but you know, I'd also like to see Nate Diaz, just from an entertainment perspective. I've always thought the Diaz brothers were very interesting. You know, versus Pettis. You know, maybe you put Conor McGregor in there. He's making a lot of noise as well. First versus Nate, and then Josh versus Pettis for the championship, which I suspect Pettis will win anyway. He's the class of the weight class, if you will, and then hopefully that sets up nicely for a Pettis Diaz fight. You know, because the thing about Diaz is why it's a hard sell is, you know, the guy got, you know, beat, you know, by Benson, and then Josh, and both in pretty convincing fashion. You know, Diaz just made comments like, you know, the fight was a bore fest, and it kind of was. It was a wrestle match, you know, on point comments, but that doesn't take away from the fact that what happened during your fight with him then, you know, where he got knocked out, you know, in convincing style by Thompson, and Benson was landing clean, nasty shots on him. So Nate needs to put his money where his mouth is, if you will, and first, and then, you know, it's just a fight I'd like to see, you know. That's pretty much it. I mean, a lot of overwhelming opinions that Thompson should have won the fight. Surprised me. Again, I didn't pay much attention the night of. I just couldn't remember it. You know, so, you know, who knows? It does set up some interesting possibilities for the lightweight division.